Hello, Craig Birch here at Bar Sports in Cannock, where I have the three horsemen of the apocalypse, if you will. In the middle, I have Team GB full-time fighter and recent World Championship competitor Benjamin Whittaker. To the left, I have the always affable Richie Woodhall, the former WBC super middleweight champion of the world. And to the right, I have Tony Wilson, Wolverhampton's last British champion. And it's good to get all you guys together because Richie is now GB coach. He works with Ben a lot, EIS, English Institute of Sport in Sheffield, and Richie, I suppose you're best versed than anyone to sort of tell us how you feel Ben did at the recent World Championships. He did well, didn't he? So, you know, 2 good victories and a good opponent. Well, it's a ridiculously high standard, isn't it? So.
Yeah, very high standard. He did really, really well. It was definitely improvements on the last performance he had against the same boxer. You know, I've watched the fight several times since, and he does enough to win it, but at the end of the day, we always thought that on the day itself, because the other guy was on the front foot, they're not really appreciating Ben's type of boxing. But Ben clearly is the better boxer, more talented, and should have got the decision, but it wasn't to be. But you know, he's young. We're only a year into a 4-year cycle for the Olympic Games. Tony knows all about that. He's an Olympian himself.
Yes.
So the future's bright for Ben. He's just got to keep focused and dedicated. As long as he stays dedicated, stays focused, then we have, I think, a future Olympic medalist, and let's hope it's a gold medal.
Excellent, excellent. Ben, you've fought this Ukrainian guy twice. He's got a name I'm not even going to try and pronounce, but obviously there was, you know, you improved in each fight and so on. Is it a case of this guy's your bogeyman, or, you know, third time lucky, I'm going to get you this time? Because you will meet again. That's
yeah,
quite clear, isn't it? So
we'll meet again, definitely. And I think all I have to do really is just keep working hard, stay dedicated, and see where I went wrong. I think the first fight I did some good things, but it was a convincing win to itself. I stood there a bit too long, and I think this fight I moved a bit too much now and again, and I didn't counter. I think I have to take some positives from the first fight, take some positives from the second fight, where I stood there, pushed him back in the first fight. Second fight I made him miss, bring that into a full game plan, and I think it's a good winning formula. But all I've got to do is just listen to the coaches down at GB, listen where I went wrong and put the wrongs right, really. 2
great fights as well. I mean, the first fight, the third round in particular, was real gunslinging stuff, you know, real, you know, amateur and, you know, top amateur boxing at its top level at the very highest. You said yourself you maybe moved a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Just got to get the balance right for the third fight, I guess.
Definitely, like, he's not an idiot, really. He's won the World Championships for a reason, but yeah, I've got to believe in myself and believe why I was there. I was there for a reason. I just got to take the experience now, see where I went wrong. And like I said, I only lost on a 4-1 split, so I did something right. And once again, just listen to the coaches. They've got my best interest, and if I listen to them, I'm not going wrong, really.
Yeah, weird 4-1 split as well, wasn't it? Because the judge who had you by all 3 rounds as well, wasn't it? So
yeah, yeah, but you got to remember that judge obviously appreciated Ben's boxing, because as I say, the coaches have looked at the contest again, and Ben wins the fight, but because the way they're judging now in AIBA, we feel that we don't know this, but it's only our assumption that they seem to be scoring for boxers who are pushing the opponent back on the front foot. Ben did the better boxing. He boxed well on his back foot. He made the opponent miss. He came through with some lovely uppercuts, scored some good shots. Then he moved to the side. He boxed really, really well. The only thing that we've got to add to that now is occasionally push the opponent back to keep the judges happy. That's all he's got to do now, and I tell you, he'll be beating that type of opponent who went on to win the world title. So that's how close this kid is of being a world champion. And Tony will know, when you're a world champion, you're then close to winning an Olympic medal.
Yeah, which brings me on to Tony. Tony, talk us through your amateur journey. You've been where Ben's been. You've obviously been to the 1984 Olympic Games and so on. What does it take to really make it to the big league, you know, the Olympic Games, and being there with a chance of such great glory?
This is a coach season. Have faith in yourself that you can do it, and you've got what it takes. You've got good coaches around you. Just listen to them and give you faith, and everything just fall in place.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone makes this assumption as well, because Ben's dad's called Tony Wilson. There's been a lot of people that have been mistaken to think you're actually his father, isn't there? I mean, is it the Tony Wilson, or is it Tony? I think he's actually had to call himself Tony C. Wilson on Facebook, so now some people can't get confused, haven't they? So, but you know, I can guess you still be a fatherly figure to him in a boxing sense, can't you, Tony?
Every time I see him, I talk to him like a son. I'm telling him what to do and all that. Just keep his head up. Keep going on. a lot of potential.
Yeah, obviously you went to the 84 games. Rich yourself, you boxed Roy Jones Jr. in 88 and so on. What does it take to sort of? You must have had disappointments along the way. What does it take to just keep going?
I think you do have disappointments in the way, but that's all part of your story. If you look at every champion, they will tell you that, you know, it's not been easy and they'll have had their disappointments. Tony will have had his disappointments, but Tony not only went to Olympics, he's a Lonsdale belt holder, so it just shows you the quality. And we're on the same path, or should I say Ben's on the same path as Tony. He's heading for an Olympic Games. Tony went to the Olympics, he then went on as a professional, won a Lonsdale belt outright. So he's done it as a professional and an amateur. I did it as well as an amateur and did a bit as a professional. So this kid has got all the talent. He's a full-time athlete now. He's, like Tony says, he's got to listen to the coaches, stay focused, stay dedicated. That's the only thing. Because Tony and myself know you only get one shot at it in this game. It's one shot. It's the hardest sport in the world. You have one shot at it, so you best give it, you know, give it your all as a young man, and then live your life then satisfied in your own mind that you give it everything you got. And if he does that, he's got the talent to not only go on and be an Olympic champion, he could go on and be a world champion, because if you look at all the world champions out there, they've all followed a similar path to Ben Whittaker. So he's on that path now, he's on that road, and I really believe that it's up to him, but he knows what he's got to do. But like Tony says, and I say, if he sticks to the game plan of being dedicated, he can go all the way. He's got the talent.
Yeah, every time I see Ben, I always encourage him, because that's all what young people need: encouragement.
Yeah. Obviously, Tokyo 2020 is your goal, Ben. We've been talking about it. It seems like since the start of the last decade, as it was when you was a young man, and things of that nature. But you know, Tokyo 2020 is your. But there will be another AIBA Championships before that as well. Is that where you and the Uruguayan guy probably settle the score? Could be, couldn't it? So
well, that's it. Like they said, I've got to stay dedicated, and I think I'm in the right place for it. Then at the EIS, I've got the best facilities, the best coaches, and the best sparring, I believe.
Sparring, yeah.
So like I'm in the right hands, and like it's down to myself really. I can go there and not put 100% in, and it's only going to benefit myself. I need to go down there, make sure I'm putting everything into every session, keep working hard, and like in 2019, the next Worlds are there, and hopefully I will be coming back with a gold medal.
Yeah, because these Worlds, you know, you should use it as an experience. It's been a great experience, and you ain't too far off. The next Worlds in 2 years' time, before the Tokyo Olympics, they'll be for qualification for the Olympics. They'll be the ones, and he'll have had then 2 years more of international boxing into him. And Tone, you know yourself, 2 years of international boxing, that can be great for you, can't it?
Of course, yeah, it's worth mentioning that as well. Ben was podium potential to the start of the year. He's been upgraded, probably partly due to Anthony Fowler turning pro and so on. But you know, opportunities present themselves, and maybe, you know, in 2 years' time you'll be a different fighter, won't you?
I think that Anthony Fowler has turned pro, you know, and good luck to him. But I think Ben was coming through the ranks anyway. We were recognising that he was a talent anyway. If anything, what we're doing with Ben is we're having to figure out whether he'll be a light heavy, because he's so tall, he's lean. At the moment he's making the weight okay, but who knows, in 2 years' time he may have a growing spurt and he might develop into a light heavyweight. Tony was a light heavyweight, so you know, it's a tough division. But you know, I think he's got the height and the reach for it, but it's whether we can keep him in the middle.
Tony, would you agree with that? You know, maybe going up the weights? Okay, excellent. Right, might be worth mentioning as well, if you get to Tokyo 20 and it doesn't exactly go your way, and Tony will tell you this as well, because you know, if you don't get what you feel you deserve when you get there, all is not lost. There's still a future in front of you, isn't there? Tony, you went on to become a British champion. Talk about that experience, how you come back from the disappointment of the Olympics to then obviously have a very successful pro career.
You got to, when you fail at something, you got to look at the bad points and the good points. And I think you got the right people around you, Ben, and you will do it. I have confidence and have faith in yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's worth mentioning as well, Rich, after your disappointments with Roy Jones, you then went on and got Commonwealth gold as well, before you'd even turned pro, and then later became a world champion. So, you know, it's you need a never say die attitude in this game, don't you?
You know, you learn from those contests, and you know, Ben's boxing the best guys in the world now. The guy went on to win the world title, and Ben's, you know, been beaten by it's a really close decision. So it just shows you the talent he's got. I remember getting beaten by Roy Jones and picking myself up and going and winning a Commonwealth Games gold. So you know, you turn a negative into a positive. You learn from it. You don't go, you know, you don't throw your toys out the pram. You sit down with coaches. We have the reviews, and we have a look at the, don't we? You know, you have a debrief. We have a look at the contests, and we learn from the contests, and we try and put it right. And that's what he's got to do. Like I say, he's got a good positive attitude. That's what I like about him. He's not only got the physical side to it, but mentally he's getting stronger and stronger. And Tony knows, and I know, that's so important. You're not only physical, you've got to be mentally strong in boxing, in AIBA amateur boxing, and this kid has got that.
Okay, one last question for you, Tone. Been 25 years since Wolverhampton last had a British champion. It was your good self and so on. Darlaston, we might get away with calling that Wolverhampton. Do you think Ben, when after he's done with this, he's going to come on and maybe get one of them Lonsdale belts that you've got?
He's got potential. The potential is there. And if anybody was, I'd probably say Ben is the man.
Yeah, and Rich, are you going to give him plenty of stick if he doesn't perform in the gym? That's what I want to know. So when you're there,
well, we always give him stick. It's great banter. It's real good camaraderie and camaraderie rather. So yeah, it's a good atmosphere. Like Tony knows as well, being an England boxer as an international and Ben's a GB boxer, yeah, it's great banter, and so we always give each other stick. But if he sticks to exactly when it's time to work, we work hard, we play hard, and that's the way it goes. But like I say, if he sticks to it, stays dedicated is the word. Then I really believe he could go on and be an Olympic medalist. And then whatever he does, that's up to him then if he turns pro. It's up to him, and good luck to him.
Fantastic. Hat trick of last questions. Ben, you are going to do what these gentlemen tell you to do, otherwise they're going to come after you, aren't they? So, and if it ain't them, your dad will be there. Tony C. Wilson, not Tony Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, I've got the right people around me. If I keep believing in myself, listen to God, listen to the coaches, there's no reason why I can't be there. I just have to have that self-belief. I've got the right people around me. I keep repeating it, but I have, you know, I've got an Olympian to the side of me, another Olympian to the side of me. They keep giving me good knowledge, good things to help me in the future. It's just if I take it on board, and I'm open with both ears and I have to keep listening.
Fantastic. Excellent. Best of luck for the future. We'll see you next time.